At this time, we will now, there's going to be a lot said in the next 48 hours, and even more said after that about Lesley and Michael's child. Just know that this was their child, and they loved their child. They had every right for their child to have due process of the law. What does due process, you say, President, means? Due process is when I put my hands in the air. You don't execute me because you had a bad day. When I put my hands in the air, you don't decide to be judge, jury, and executioner on that day. What is due process, you say, Attorney Gray? That you don't leave my body on the concrete for 4 hours. That ain't due process. That ain't dignity for Lesley's son. So when we say what we're here for today, United for Justice, for Michael Brown Jr., what we're really asking for is simple justice. We're not asking for anything extraordinary. They just want what anybody else would want if their children were shot down in broad daylight. A fair and impartial investigation. They want to know that they will have their day in court, that the killer of their child will be held accountable to the full extent of the law. That this was their child, and they loved their child. They had every right for their child to have due process of the law.
Attorney Benjamin Crump, representing the family of Michael Brown, he spoke at a service this afternoon at Greater Grace Church in Ferguson today. Hundreds, including high-profile activist Al Sharpton, back in town, showed up today in North County to support Michael Brown's family. News 4 Live team coverage of a very emotional event. Matt Cesney will begin with you. You were inside the rally.
Yeah, that's right, Sharon. This rally ended about an hour ago here at the church. About 1,500 people inside, maybe that many or more outside who could not get in. This rally did feature on stage the parents of Mike Brown, the Reverend Al Sharpton, Martin Luther King III, and also Missouri Highway Patrol Captain Ron Johnson, who electrified the crowd by first saying he was sorry to Mike Brown's parents and then telling everyone he was here to protect everyone. There was also a lot of mention for the feds to take over this investigation into the shooting of Mike Brown, and a lot of strong objections made to the releasing of that store security video that allegedly showed Brown stealing cigars.
And rather than you address it, you tried to smear the young man rather than uphold the principles of justice and dignity. I want you to know these parents are not going to cry alone. They're not going to stand alone. They're not going to fight alone. We have had enough.
Sharpton also said some are taking advantage of this situation, and he urged those people not to be out looting tonight in Mike Brown's name. He also talked about more national support for the Brown family, talking about a rally that's upcoming in Washington, D.C. Quite an afternoon out here. Live in Ferguson, Matt Cesney, News 4.
All right, thank you, Matt. Julian Johnson was also at that rally at Greater Grace Church this afternoon.
And Julian, you spoke with many in attendance today, most saying they just want justice for Mike Brown. What was the mood of those who came in support?
Well, Sharon, it was just as crowded outside the church here as it was inside. Many people unable to get a seat. It was hard enough to even possibly find a parking spot out here. And if you take a look, you'll see crowds still standing out here right now. They're waiting for some of the larger names to come out and possibly speak with them. We've already seen Martin Luther King III come out, and we're currently awaiting Reverend Al Sharpton to come out as well. Now, take a look at some of this video, and you'll see just how crowded, just how much people wanted to be a part of this celebration. Those are people stopped along I-270 out here. Some hopped out of their cars. Others watched from a fence line nearby. We estimate outside the church it was upwards of about 1,000 people at its peak, all of them chanting, holding signs, many of the things that we've already seen before. And when I talk with the people out here, they told me that they just wanted to show support and be a part of the large call for justice. Take a listen to what they said.
I don't know how to put it in words, the feelings. I'm overjoyed to see this many people, but I'm sad that we had to lose Mike Brown to come together like this. I'm lost for words.
I'm not surprised because I think that that the community is outraged. You know, that is truly outraged by what has transpired here.
Now, this is video of Michael Brown's mother as she left the church today. She didn't talk to any media or answer any questions, but there were people yelling kind words to her as she left. Again, back out here, people are just waiting for some of the larger names, some of these celebrities, I would say, in this whole thing. As we said, MLK III has already come out, and we're also awaiting Reverend Al Sharpton. We are live in Ferguson. Julian Johnson, News 4.